Hi, today our project is making this beautiful twisted copper bracelet with lovely lapis lazuli. Let's get started. We cut a long length of copper wire, 1.5 meters or 5 feet in length, and bend it in half. Once you've bent it in half, find the middle of that half and bend a circle also in its middle. You can use something to guide your wire, perhaps a mandrel or anything that's round and the same size as your cabochon. Once you have a circle, twist those 4 wires. And don't worry about being neat. Just all sorts of styles of twisting here are fine. Do that twist almost to the end, but leave a few tails there for a pretty finishing. Tap out that band on your anvil with a nylon or rubber hammer. You don't want to go too hard, but you also want to set that twist. Cut another 1 meter or 3 feet of the same wire, bend it in half, and link it through the circle. Bend those wires down in the same direction as the twist. And now we're going to do a little bit of the fun part. I've added a few little pretty beads here to those 2 extra wires. I love that color of the deep blue lapis lazuli, so I'm quite happy to add a few more beads here. More is good. We then take those extra wires and begin a lovely big loose twist going all the way down the band. You can loop it, you can even add on a few extra beads if you like. You can see that this is a design that's open for your own interpretation. So you could have even added 2 extra wires here to make a thicker band. This just depends on you and your creative ideas. I do love this controlled tangled look. It's one of my favorite. Keep on remembering to have fun with this project. It's not something to stress about. When you've finished your twist, then do a few taps up and down with the nylon hammer just to set that twist as well. Then all those strands they mesh together. Don't tap too hard because you don't want to break those strands. They all have to stay strong and just link together. Now we tackle the end of the bangle and start curling up all those tails. I always love these little bits of the jewelry making process because you can do anything here. You could even turn the end of the bangle into a second focal area and add in a whole set of beads or another smaller cabochon and have that as pretty as the top side. It's all up to you. I've made a few curls, then taken the longest wire and curled it right around to make a pretty little teardrop shape. Tap those ends again just to set it all in line and make it happy. Here's the big fun bit where we thread that beautiful lapis lazuli onto an extra length of copper wire, 15 centimeters long, and then we're going to place it on that circle that we've been saving up for just this time. And so here you have threaded your cabochon onto the extra piece of wire. You lay it across the circle in the direction that you want it to sit once the bracelet is finished, and then begin to twist the wire under the circle and around. And just keep a nice tight hold on to the position so that it stays nicely in the center. You don't want it to be a bit off. The wire goes around and around and around the circle, keeping it neat and even. I can see here that I should have cut a longer tail to use as wrapping around the circle, but never mind, it's still pretty. Sometimes I go back and then I think, okay, I can improve upon this design. I make another one and I find I still like the original. There's just something about that first impression of making something with all your own idea in it. And the artistic flow seems to be a little bit better. But that's just me. Once you have curled both of those wires around the circle to hold the focal cabochon, make sure they're nicely finished so there are no snags on the ends. You don't want them catching on a person's clothing or their skin. This is really fun where we bend that finished bracelet around the bracelet mandrel to fit for your size. Remember to bend it a bit smaller because it springs out a little bit. My next project is to make the ring to match this bracelet. So watch this space. Let me know how yours turns out. I would love to hear about it. This looks gorgeous. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.